Oh, can I get these palm trees? If I flip the around, yes, I could. Now let me bust that image.
I stand by you when you're falling.
You know, pre-planning is kind of like making sure your car's tank is full before even leaving for a road trip. We don't want to be stuck in the middle of nowhere.
What goes up must come down. There's lots of friendly faces all around.
I mean, you wouldn't want to run out of gas halfway. You know what I'm saying? Something about filming in public in a very busy intersection with a lot of cars could feel really awkward, but we're doing it because why not? I'm never gonna see these people again. I think that's what I constantly remind myself, especially after not filming in front of the camera in public after so long. You just gotta remind yourself that these people don't care, and the love for what you do is bigger than anybody else's judgment or opinion. You just gotta satisfy yourself and not really be measured by what other people think of you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's it. Let's get back to this getting gas, because we don't. Yeah, that's it. In the same way, pre-planning a video helps you avoid getting stuck or even stopping mid-project. Because you know, we tend to lose motivation when we get clustered in our heads. But if we were to plan out for our videos, then it will help ease the process. It helps make the process go way smoother so you can focus on where you need to go without making any unexpected pit stops. Let's see what it looks like if I shut down the blinds and I actually light it up myself. Ready? And okay, bow. Did that make a difference? What's up, everyone? My name is Desiree Lacap, aka Lacapture. I'm a filmmaker who also shares educational film tips and tricks all across social media. Look, before I even get started with anything, I want to express my utmost gratitude to our growing channel. Yo, I know I posted recently, but this video was supposed to come out before that. It's been a lot, but I just want to express my gratitude. And to those who are new here, welcome. I'm super excited and grateful to have you here. I'm just so excited. If you guys haven't watched the new music video Bakunawa by Ruby Ibarra, I actually was a cinematographer and the editor for that video, which is linked down below. Go ahead and watch it afterwards. When putting together any video, it could go one of two ways. You finish it and you do really well, or you don't. But either way, completing a video is successful in my book, and all of it starts with some pre-planning. In this video, I will be talking about the pre-production process. And let me tell you, it applies to any video you do, right? I use this process for all my social videos, YouTube videos, short films that I work on, documentaries, music videos especially, client work, commercials, whatever it is. This could be applied to any video. Pre-production is the foundation of any successful video, film, or project. It is the phase where you plan, organize, and visualize every aspect before you even pick up the camera. For my social videos, I at least want to have a general idea of what I'm filming, like maybe bullet points or scripts, but also there are definitely times where inspiration sparks randomly when I'm just in a random location, and I'll just pull out my camera and then I'll kind of yap for days and then figure it out in post. So whatever helps your creative flow, run with it. This just really does save time, eases your mind when you're planning to film, and gives you the overall kind of like a good idea of what it is that you're trying to capture, or the vision that you're trying to convey.
I'm so I was just like crossing my fingers earlier. I'm like,
now, for music videos, because we will be walking through a music video that I have shot in the pre-planning process, pre-production includes developing a visual concept that aligns with the song's theme, the story, and the overall mood. We'll get into this in a few, but storyboarding the shots and creating a shot list and choreographing movements if needed are essential to sync visuals with the music. So Ruby Ibarra actually hit me up a week prior to when she wanted to start filming. pre-planning. And as ambitious as it sounded, I was all in for it because it wasn't just a point and shoot video. When you watch the music video, there's storytelling involved, there's intention, there's so many elements involved, and so much effort and creativity and collaboration that went into creating this music video. She's a Filipino artist, and BAKUNAWA, it's a serpent, right, that looks like a dragon in Philippine mythology, which causes eclipse, earthquakes, rains, and wind. For Ruby, it's about revenge and taking ownership and authority and facing and confronting the feelings and emotions that we usually suppress and that have swallowed us whole, right? So it's reclaiming your power and stepping into this version of yourself. It had a lot of elements that went into it, and you guys will see as we got into pre-planning. That's really why this entire production especially needed a lot of pre-planning. So because we had a week to pre-plan for a 3-day shoot at 3 different locations, we went ham with collaborating, having meetings every other day to make sure we're on the same page for shot references, lighting, location, all that stuff. But we made it happen, and I'm juiced. So I hope you guys watch the video right after this. Okay, now all this yapping and talking, and we've been cooking. So I want to show you guys the key to how any of my video productions come to life and what saves me the most. It is Milanote. So this Milanote is just, it's my savior, okay? I love Milanote so much. I use it for almost everything. When I open up Milanote, first of all, this is my general board where all my projects are. I do use it for almost everything. On the left-hand side, you have plenty of options, and overall, it starts with this plain board. So before I get into our actual project of BAKUNAWA, let me go ahead and walk you through how I set up each of my projects in pre-production. So when I drag a board onto my canvas and I double click into it, this is one of my favorite tools among many. Milanote has tons of templates that are ready to use with or without the examples. There's content creation, which is super convenient. You have YouTube channel plan, video plan. So what I always start with is the pre-production plan. And you have an option to keep your example content, but I'm gonna keep that checked off because I like to put in my own assets and my own text. So we're just gonna hit use this template. So each of these here are called columns, and it's included in the side panel over here. I'm gonna go ahead and drag a board with an inspiration and then add as references. I'm gonna go into references. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab random photos from my desktop, and you can see that Milanote is going to organize it, which is really great because organization is key for me, and it just sets it up in columns like this. So instead of it feeling scattered, it feels really organized, where I'm able to just look at my board and be like, okay, here's my action plan. And there's also this unsorted column on this right side, which I use a lot when I'm not ready to use any of the clips. I'll go ahead and drag maybe this much, drag it over here and highlight over the unsorted, which now it'll be on the column, which you would close and you open anytime you need it. So this is my main board for the BAKUNAWA music video. And again, I use the pre-production template because I had already had the columns, and I just added my own columns if needed. Like I added a table here so we knew location and the dates we're filming in each one and the hours. I also added camera gear and gaffer gear. You can see that I've added and I've color coordinated some of the columns here just so I know which one is key. So it's just overall generally where I could have everything in one place. If I were to describe this as simple as possible, it would be Milanote has a lot of assets and tools and you drag any of them onto your board and it'll stick. You could also modify each of them. Like for example, this line right here, I could make it a dashed line, and then I could also label it here, music video, and then you could also change the color. Milanote gives you so much opportunity to stay organized, create with ease, and also have fun during the pre-production process. I think the point of this is the fact that everything is in one place, because instead of clicking tabs or going to Google Docs or going to like Google Sheets and going here and there, all that stuff is just in one place, and that's really what I value. What I take away from using Milanote is that it's just so organized, and organization is key for a very successful production. So in here I have my references, And I split it up between each element because, like I mentioned, Bakunawa is very intentional. It's known to cause wind, rain, earthquake, and the eclipse. And there's 4 total people on the song. You have Ruby and then 3 other features, and each of them represented one of those elements. Within this subboard, I had my plan on what I wanted to do for each one, and then I have my camera movement style. I'll go ahead and drag these under my camera movement style. So it's really easy to just drag and drop anything that you need within your columns or your subboard. How you want the layout is totally up to you unless you use one of their templates, but I like to stay organized, so I just have it lined up like this. I always like to also drag maybe notes underneath these columns, and then I'll color coordinate it. It helps separate these notes from things that need to stand out for me when I'm going into pre-planning. We wanted to show through camera movements and through lighting how we could convey that Ruby was the wind, or that Han was the rain, or the eclipse, or the earthquake, right? So for example, for the earthquake, doing camera shakes, or like a twist, or sudden tilt and jarring movements, and then prop design, just having that all planned out already for once we get on set. Okay, now for my story column, within here, I had my story board, my story shooting board, right? This is really cool because again, once you drag a board onto the column, you click into it, there is already a storyboard template, and that's exactly what I used. For my story shooting board, it was going more for how we wanted the edit to feel like. So just a lot of pre-planning to make sure that we're not wasting time sitting around trying to figure it out while we're on set. And then I have my other lighting map / references based on the location here. For the yellow, which is cool because you could change the color cards. And I like to color coordinate a lot of my things. That way, when I'm presenting this to people, people understand like, okay, well, aqua is for the shots that I'll be capturing. Yellow is for how we want to light it up. It was a huge collaboration, right? So everybody who was part of this project, or at least the producer, the director, myself, lighting team, needs access to this Milanote board. So that way everybody is on the same page when we get on set, and everybody is just as tied to the vision and the message and the story. This allows us to go in and dump all of our ideas from the wardrobe stylist, producer, myself as a DP, the gaffer, lighting references. So we love that Milanote allows for collaboration. It's cool that I'm able to collaborate with other people here. There's an option to do either a share or read link only, where people don't need an account. You can invite team members to your board, assign tasks, and leave comments, and this keeps everyone on the same page and enhances communication. Now, with that being said, right, on to the other part, the next step, the shot list. So Milanote does have a shot list template, which is really cool. But personally, how I've been doing it for a very long time is one, either on Google Excel or Google Docs, and I create my own table. Now that we're wrapping up the first part of my pre-production process, know that Milanote is perfect for creative professionals. Whether you're a filmmaker, interior designer, writer, or a content creator, it's designed to help you organize your work and keep you in your creative flow. So Milanote is available for free with no time limit, so sign up for a free Milanote account using the link in the description below. This is a shooting order shot list. How I start it is I create the table and I do by shot number, time, and then I add a reference shot, scene plus lighting. For this one, we didn't really have too many meetings considering how little time we had for pre-planning. I had to pull like a lighting team pretty last minute. So I wanted to add the scene lighting here in this column. That way they could refer to it. It's not very typical that it's here, but I just added it for the sake of how much time we had in pre-planning. And then I have gear because I was shooting on 2 cameras, A7S III and the ZVE1. And then I have shot type plus movement. So yeah, this is pretty much the shot list here. And I like to put references and information that's needed. That's just briefly what the shot list is. I think for any social videos, you could have like a pretty good enough idea of what you want to film, and then just bullet point or even create a little table like this to help you out when you're going out to film your socials. Try not to get so overwhelmed with the pre-planning process, especially if you're just getting started, because it could be an overwhelming thing. So just work with what you have, what you know, keep learning, and then kind of just do what works best for you, and then continue building as you grow. So my favorite part, I'm just gonna pull a few of our references and show you guys what it is that we pulled versus what we actually filmed. This wasn't this shot here, let me tell you, but this is the reference shot And then we had this shot right here. So it was really cool being able to pull these references and make it happen. We had that lighting streak and then her shadow kind of hit. So it was really nice. I know she wanted it fully silhouetted, but I think giving the opportunity to show Candace's face and the color grading definitely beat having it silhouetted. The lighting was pretty similar. This was just straightforward split lighting, but there's a scene where the nails kind of go pretty similar. So you can see how close these were to the actual references, which I'm really happy about. Ouida scene, honestly, you would think we took this and then like put in the music video, but this was a reference shot here. So we tried to also get that harsh lighting. I'm super happy with how the music video turned out. We are so proud of it and I'm happy that the world finally gets to see it. Make sure that you watch it right after this video. The link is down below, and then come back and let me know what y'all think about it, because the amount of pre-planning, which is 1 week, we had a 3-day shoot and we had about almost a month in post-production. It was amazing. This has been an amazing collaboration. I met a lot of dope people. Everybody was just filled with inspiration after. So with that being said, oh my gosh, I'm super I see so many very talented, creative, dude, social media is filled with so much inspiration and talent and creativity, and I really hope that whatever idea you have in your head, you go out and try to execute. Release the release trying to be perfect with it. Release expectations that you have on any ideas that you that come to mind, because that will hold you back from actually trying to execute it. Okay, the only limitations that we have are the ones that we put on ourselves. I hope this pre-production process helped you out, because it does immensely for me. It saves me a lot of time, especially when I'm out filming social media videos and I'm racing with lighting or whatever like that. But overall, continue being great. Go out and create and have fun doing it. I'll see y'all at the next video. Peace. Oh yeah, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace. Thank you so much for sitting here.